Welcome to the Nicholas 11 Expo of Technology. Today we're looking at the Canon EF 50mm f1.8 lens for Canon DSLRs. This lens is also known under the nicknames Nifty 50 and Fantastic Plastic because it should apparently offer great image quality and a very shallow depth of field for a very low price compared to other lenses. Alright, so here it is, the Canon EF 50mm f1.8 lens. This is a prime lens, which means you can zoom with it like you would with your standard kit lens that came with your camera. This lens has a 50mm focal length. The whole case is out of plastic and feels very cheap, to be honest. But this indeed is a cheap lens, and because it's pretty much out of plastic, it's also very lightweight, which is a good thing actually. Here's the autofocus manual focus switch. The focus ring, of course, is a bit more on the cheaper side, but it's perfectly okay. The autofocusing motor is really loud in this lens, but to be honest, I personally only use manual focus anyways, so that's not a problem for me. One thing I should probably also mention is, this lens doesn't have a stabilizer. When it comes to photography, that isn't that much of a deal, but when filming, make sure you don't shake around too much. I'd recommend getting some special gear, such as shoulder mounts or simply a tripod. But enough talking, why not take a look at the shot pictures and recorded video with this lens? And because this lens allows an aperture of f1.8, I of course tried taking pictures in the darkness with very low ISO values. EF 50mm f1.8 is an amazing lens for the price, so why would you buy it? Well, in my opinion, you pretty much have to own this lens besides your kit lens. It in no way replaces your kit lens. You'd buy this lens to get better low-light performance with the f1.8 aperture. f1.8 also stands for an amazing shallow depth of field. This will not only allow more light to come in, but will also make your shots look more cinematic and professional. Please keep in mind though, this lens has no stabilization, so your video footage may look shaky. But as you saw yourself, the quality is amazing. You always have to keep in mind the low price. Of course there are even better lenses out there, but not for such an affordable price. Pros are great price-performance ratio, great shallow depth of field, and last but not least, good low-light performance. As for the cons, I have to say, no stabilizer. But other than that, the Canon EF 50mm f1.8 lens is a great choice and I definitely recommend it. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe and visit nicholas11x12techx.com to see videos there earlier than on YouTube.